All right, seventh grade. Here is lesson 27, absolute value. Lesson 27, absolute value. We have some vocabulary to go over. We have absolute value, the distance of a number from zero on a number line. So here's the lesson. It says Lucas wanted to maintain his weight. He did not want to have to do many ups or downs. Lucas kept track month by month of his gains and losses for a year. What was the total change in Lucas's weight over the year? So we have this chart that has either he went up or he went down, depending on if it was positive or negative. It says by looking at the table, you can see that the biggest weight change took place on March 3rd, in March, -4, and May, +4. The size of a change is called the absolute value of a change. The absolute value is written with the two straight lines around the number. So that is red, absolute value of -3, or the absolute value of +4. So the size of change, the absolute value of +4 is 4 pounds. Size of change equals absolute value of -3 equals 4 pounds. So it's just the distance from zero. It does not matter if it's positive or negative. It's the distance from zero. It says you can also picture absolute value on a number line. On a number line, the weight changes can be shown as arrows. You can see that the size of each change is the distance of that number from zero on a number line. This is the absolute value. For example, -4 is 4 units from 0, and +4 is 4 units from 0. So it does not matter if it's -4 or +4, its absolute value is 4. Now, when you're working on problems, if the absolute values are around the numbers, like in problem number 1, you have to do the problem within it. It's just like parentheses, but it's absolute value. So I'd have to do -3 plus +1 plus -4. And when I did that, I get -6, but I can't forget the absolute value. So the absolute value of -6 is 6 pounds. Now, if I did this separately, I have to do the absolute value of -3 is 3. The absolute value of +1 is 1. The absolute value of -4 is 4. Then I add those and I end up with 8 pounds. Right. Using the number line above to find positive, the absolute value of +4, the absolute value of -3, the absolute value of 0. Well, this should be just the distance from 0. But what we're going to do is we're going to circle the +4. We're going to circle 3. Even though it says -3, it's the absolute value. And the absolute value of 0 is 0. So they show this as being all on the positive side, but it's its distance from 0. Now, number 2 says find the value, absolute value of 4 minus 9. What is the value for A? What is the value of 4 minus 9? Well, your answer should be -5. And then it says, what is the absolute value of -5? It is 5. It is neither positive or negative. It's just 5. So the absolute value of 4 minus 9 is 5. On problem number 3, it says find the sum of the absolute value of 11 plus the absolute value of -5. So what is the absolute value of positive 11? It's 11. What is the absolute value of -5? It is 5. So what is their sum? 11 plus 5 is 16. So now, down here on 4 through 9, it just says find the value of. The absolute value is the distance from 0. So the absolute value of +4 is 4. The absolute value of -3 is 3. When you come down here, you have to do what's in the absolute value signs first, then find the absolute value. Whereas here, you find the absolute value, then you add the products. Now, when you get down to the application, it says, Yuri is working his way up the face of a mountain. To find handholds, he must sometimes climb down in order to find a new way up. In one afternoon, he climbed up 30 feet, then he worked his way down 12 feet, then up 10 feet, then down 28 feet, and finally up 40 feet. Which number will be greater, the total number of feet Yuri climbed or the number of feet Yuri's destination was from his starting point? How do you know? Show how to find both numbers. So I need to see work and picture or diagram. Show me how you figured that out. All right. Now, you need to go back and you need to make sure you get the rest of the assignment finished. Don't forget to submit to me through Canvas when done. Good luck and have fun.